And I know because I did it. Annualcreditreport.com. Freecreditreport.com is a joke. You can get it for free as long as you join and pay monthly dues and all that. It's a joke. Annualcreditreport.com truly is free credit report. So they can go below credit report. Actually, I don't think it gives you the score though. No. All right. But most people know the score are close. Anyway, if they don't, it doesn't matter. So if they check up here that they got $10,000 to put down on a house, but their credit score is ugly, what do I see? I got me one here. I got me one here. By the way, what's the very first line that I look at? Correct. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2. Because if I don't see money there, I don't care about the rest. All right, so you see how important that form is. So they're either going to fill that form out and send it to you, or you're going to be on the telephone giving you that same information. Most likely you're going to be getting more on the phone than you are on this form. This form should also be on your website. And the next page is simply the application. The application, look how short it is. Notice it isn't one of those great big long Fannie Mae 101, 003 forms that takes a year to fill out. Because look, I don't even ask them what their debts are. I don't ask them their monthly payments, because truthfully nobody can remember it anyway. And when the credit report is pulled, it'll show what their monthly payments are. And when my mortgage broker, my mortgage originator, or they pull their credit report, you can see their monthly payments. You can easily determine their debt ratio based on that, and not what they say. Nobody's going to tell you what all their payments are. You guys can't remember them. I don't care. I don't even ask. But I do ask what their monthly income is. Look down there. Gross monthly salary, and then other monthly income for both husband and wife. That's all I care about. Now I can check their debt ratio. I got their date of birth and their social security numbers and their driver's license number at the top. So if I need a credit report pulled, that's all the information I need to pull the credit report. And down at the bottom, I have their permission and their signature to pull the credit report if I choose to. Which is all the application I need right here. And I can't tell you how many hundreds of houses that I've leased or sold with that application, because I'm not giving them a loan. Now, if they go get a loan, well, they have to fill out a big long one. Yeah, but not for me, they won't. For the mortgage broker or the mortgage originator. All right, so everybody clear on that? Are you clear on that? Yeah? All right. Let me knock out a few questions and we're going to get right back to work, but I've actually got a surprise guest coming in here today. Brian Hansen is here, and he's going to tell us how to get mortgage brokers to send us all the buyers we want with a simple little online technique. And if you remember, Brian is the guy who taught one of the guys who taught our affiliate workshop on how to be Gold Club and affiliate and other products. All right, this says, I use your Pat Live buying script. Do you not think, is your current house currently listed with a realtor should be on the script? And the answer is no, because I do not want you to not call them back, because if it happens to be listed with a realtor, you should call them back and see if it's really listed with a realtor, and if they get the realtor to release the listing, if it's a good enough deal that you care. Besides, the less time Pat Live is on the phone, the cheaper your bill will be. Does an attorney need to review the lease option real property possession prior to using it? Yes, on the first one. Absolutely. Attorney needs to review every of those agreements on the first one. He'll add whatever he wants to add. He'll likely not take out anything, but he might want to add something. Or he might change something if he doesn't think it will comply with that state's rule. Can you touch on the automation of your buying and selling process? I think we've been touching on it the whole time, haven't we? What's the key ingredient to automation? VA. Correct. All right. I want to bring up a point that I have not brought up yet. How many of you have children that are perhaps looking for a home? Children that need a home, okay? And who has parents that need a home? All right? Who has a friend that needs a home? Okay, does anybody know anybody that needs a home? All right? How many of you need a home to live in? All right. Have you figured out, in the last day and a half or so, the fastest and the easiest way for you to go get a house to live in? Why don't you just target the area where you want to live? Get sellers calling you from that area. Find a house that you can go lease option. As long as you like the payment and the house, you're in. And you may have not thought this through yet, but when I'm actually leasing it out from the seller, I don't give them any money. So therefore, if I don't intend to assign that lease and I intend to move in it instead, how much money do I need to go find my next residence? Not a zippo. Same thing is true for your kids. If they need a house, tell them to drive around and get all the for sale by owner signs in the neighborhood where they want to live, where there's a chance the payment will be low enough where they can handle them. And call them folks up and get the information sheet filled out. Pretty soon you're going to have a house and you can walk in and lease options like that. And let them move in for as long a term as you choose to negotiate. So buying a house for you, no big deal. Your kids, no big deal. Your parents, no big deal. Your friend, no big deal. Because you're not buying a house. You're controlling it. No money, no credit, no down payment, no loan, no process, no application, none of this stuff. All right, let me know when Brian arrives, Nikki. Let's move to page 113 here real quick. How to never talk to a buyer until they've seen the house and pre-screen themselves. And here's where I'm going to lose some of you on the way I'd like to see it done compared to the way you want to do it. I constantly have this conversation with my own staff. I really can't get my own staff to do this the way they should be doing it because everybody wants to be actively involved in the process of selling houses because they're afraid of losing buyers that might be captured if they were personally involved. And frankly, you will lose some buyers that might be captured if somebody's not spending time with them on the telephone and doing all of that phone work. However, if you've got your buying machine cranked up, especially if you implement some of the online techniques that are available to you out there right now, and you've got a big buyers list, and or you're building a big buyers list, which takes about a week to build a good-sized buyers list, maybe you don't need to worry about losing buyers anymore. Maybe you need to be focusing more on not getting involved in the minutia grunt work and automating your business so that you don't have to talk to 25 people every day and say the same things 25 times over. You will determine at what point you want to decide your business ought to be operated at. I learned a long time ago that I want the system to screen out my buyers, and I'm going to deal with the ones who are sifted and sorted and get down to the bottom of my funnel because they've actually done something rather than just pick up on a call, and then I'll take the few that's left after that process and work them into a house. Now, that doesn't mean that somebody doesn't need to work the buyers list. The reality is, if you build a buyers list, and you will, and now you get a house, what's the first thing you're going to do? Forget about advertising. You don't need to put signs up. Forget about staging. What are you going to do? Somebody needs to pick up the phone and call the person on your buyers list with the most money that decided they want to live in that area. Then plug them into the house. Hey, I got one, John. You better get over there right now and go out to advertising. And then you move the house out. You find the houses for the buyers. You don't find the buyers for the houses. Brian, Francis, hey, grab a mic and come on up. These are our stars from when we recorded the affiliate training. We might as well pick their brains a little bit on how to build a buyers list. Would you guys like to hear this? Got to hear, right? Okay. These are our local internet geeks. And how many of you were not here Friday? I already missed it, man. You missed it. Fortunately for you, we taped it. And for a mere few $1,000s, you can get your hands on those tapes. Or maybe less. All right, you can have a hot seat if you want it. Okay. The one in the white, the one in the white shirt is Brian. The one in the gray shirt is Francis. And Brian came up to me while we were taking a break earlier, and he said, "Hey, man, I got a really cool way for you guys to build a buyer's list if you want to. So I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you tell them what that cool way is. You guys comment on it because we're going to put it on tape. All right?
Absolutely. Well, Brian's really your method, so I'll go let you.